Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming, where you can get your reviews and guides for your favorite games. Now, you guys know this is 2v2 challenge weekend, so we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna go over some decks, so let's check them out. Alright, folks, so thanks for returning, Mac. Now, if you saw the previous video, you guys know that I started a brand new series called Get Used to It. And I pretty much take a deck archetype that I've never used before and I try to get used to it, right? I start playing with it more in different types of matches and challenges, and I try to at least become familiar with it, right? So that I can be able to describe it better when I do future videos. And who knows, maybe I'll get good at it, right? So the deck that I did mention is the one on the screen right now, which is a HOG MORTAR deck, which I really like. I'm becoming really used to how it functions, and I'm starting to understand how to protect the mortar at all times, right? Now, I'm also going to follow up and mention that I know that a lot of the players do not use mortar decks, so the first replay in this video is actually going to feature a golem beatdown deck, and the replay was provided courtesy of one of my clanmates named Rocco. So it's a pretty solid golem beatdown deck. It's one that I personally never used, so I was very intrigued by the combination, and it worked really well. And then I'll follow up with some highlights where I played with my usual 2v2 partner, DaUnknown Gamez. Folks, be sure to check them out on Twitch. I'll leave the link in the description. And I will be using this HOG MORTAR deck from the Get Used to It video. So let's get into these highlights, folks. Let's check it out. All right, so here goes the first replay with Rocco and Joel Infierno. Now, Rocco is a member of DaRealLegend Nation, folks. We do have some spots open. If you guys want to join up, you're more than welcome. Just mention that you are a subscriber of the DRL channel, and then you're free to join. That's it. Now, as far as this golem beatdown deck, it functions like anyone else. You know, you start with the golem behind the tower. Now, this combination here that they had worked really well, right? They had a Valkyrie, they had a Dark Prince, they had a Witch, there was a Skarmy, there's Infernal Dragon, so a lot of cards that can counter stuff. And they did a very good job with the split lane push there, because it forced the opponent to focus on the left lane while the golem was able to move up with the Dark Prince. And you guys already know the golem Dark Prince combo was pretty solid, especially when it was paired up with the Prince. Now, the Infernal Dragon on the left hand side was able to take care of business. The arrows took out the Princess, and then the Fireball was able to get dropped on top of the Executioner. Those bats did really well by taking out the Infernal Dragon there and also refocusing its target away from the tower. So now the opponent is also playing a golem, and folks, you're going to see a lot of golem beatdown decks in the challenges because it's just such a powerful deck. And the fact that you can stack up even more cards because you have a second player with you makes it even more intense. So the elixir pump was dropped down. Now you got the minion hordes working. There's a goblin barrel being thrown. And so far, I mean, they're doing a great job. They took that golem out with ease. Poison was dropped. Now that the wizards locked onto the target, they're able to use Skarmy. They dropped down a Valkyrie, which was an incredible counter. Takes care of the Skarmy right away. But because that pump is still going and it has all his HP, you know, it wasn't hit with any additional attacks really. They're able to follow up with the Infernal Dragon. Now they have the Witch, which is going to spawn those little skellies, then the Mega Minion. That lane there is pretty good. They tried to use the Goblin Gang to take out the Princess. It didn't work out, but they had arrows to follow up. Now there was also a Rage spell drop, which was incredible, right? Because it allowed the Minion Horde to get raged up, the Golem, the Infernal Dragon. So this push is just intense right now. It's too much for the opponent. And they're pretty much going to position themselves very well. Like, they got one tower down. There's 30 seconds left, and they're pretty close to getting the other one as well. They do a double Skarmy. So they were able to take out that Bandit. And that Dark Prince is still going with the Mega Minion, and that's it, tower down. So good job by the team there. So you saw there was a combination of a Golem, a Skarmy, a Valkyrie, a Witch, an Infernal Dragon, and a Dark Prince was also included in there. There was also minion hordes. One of the, I think Joel Inferno had the mirror card, so it did pair up very well. He also had the rage, so it was a good combination. All right, so here goes the second replay, folks, and I want to give you a warning. There is some BMing that happens. I am sorry, but these guys started BMing and I just had to. I got these brand new emotes, man. The emotes are fire. I mean, it makes BMing okay because now you can just clap back with something incredibly funny and appropriate for the moment. So yes, I endorse the new emotes. I do. I really do. And I do hope that at some point they make it more easier for free-to-play players to obtain it. So right there, we position the Hog Rider pretty well. And we're protecting the mortar. We're using the bats. The DaUnknown Gamez has the executioner. And the Hog was able to get in there and get some more hits. So we did pretty good there. Now, I totally get that my placement is off at times. But definitely getting much better with the mortar deck. And at 3.0, this thing cycles so smooth, man. So come double elixir time, we are rolling. So we're starting off on a great foot right there. They started BMing in the beginning, so I had to blow a kiss. It is what it is, right? I just wanted to use that emote. So we used the Goblin Gang. They zapped it, but DaUnknown had the Executioner. And I gotta admit, he's pretty good with that Executioner. He comes in hand. He saves us a lot. You guys will see in the other parts of the replay, and I think even the next one, that Executioner saves us in a ton of jams. So they dropped down double Infernos, right? Inferno Dragon and Inferno Tower. We got down the bats. We got the mortar set up as well. So it's going to start putting in some work. And they already got a hit on a tower. Execution again, protecting the mortar very well. And now the E-Wiz is going to go in there and zap things up. And we're looking really, really good. We got 2 crowns already. At this point, we just got to defend, which we're doing pretty good at right now. Only things, we didn't really have a great counter to the Goblin Barrel. We just had the zap, which you guys know when using the zap in tournaments or challenges, it only does a stun effect to the Goblin Barrels, but they still stay alive to do additional attacks. So we drop down the Bandit. We put the Spirit Goblins to the side. DaUnknown drops the Electro Wizard, and we're able to get rid of that balloon before it can do massive damage to our tower. Now, it did do after death effect, but we're still up, and we're putting in a good amount of damage to the King Tower as well. So at this point, again, we're going to defend and see if we can get the 3 crown, right? We did try. Yeah, I'll give you a little spoiler. We didn't get it, but again, we focused their attention away from the tower on the bottom, and it just gave us more time to really get our attacks in and left us with some elixir to defend, right? So we're able to take out their miner and their Goblin Barrel there with no problem. So that was pretty much it. I thought that was a pretty good highlight right there. All right, so here goes the last replay, folks. Again, I'm going to be getting used to it and using that deck, right? Now, folks, also, man, if you guys are enjoying the Get Used to It series, let me know what deck archetype you want me to feature next week, because I'm actually enjoying it. Focusing on one deck throughout the week has been pretty cool. Now, I haven't used the deck in ladder because my cards levels are just way too low, at least for me to comfortably compete. But I've been using it in challenges, and then I've been having fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it, especially in the 2v2. It was pretty cool. All right, so DaUnknown goes with Royal Hogs on the left. We got the mortar locked onto the tower, and again, execution is holding us down. And the bats were able to help us on the left-hand side. We will get hit with a pretty rough attack right there. Sorry about that. All right, so now we got the Goblin Gangs. They did some work. They're able to stop the battle ram. They didn't get any damage done on the tower, but you know what? They can stop the battle ram. So that's a good exchange right there. We lock those bad boys away. DaUnknown drops the Valkyrie. Inferno Dragon's gonna lock on, which gives the Royal Hogs an opportunity just to go right at the tower. Now, I gotta admit, I dropped that mortar prematurely, but I got a bit lucky by having the rascals there, but it wasn't a good move, right? And again, I told you, I'm getting used to the deck. I saw that I had the rascals in my hand, and I dropped the mortar. But in 2v2, you got to understand, you got 2 people that are going to be countering against you. So it wasn't a good move. I should have waited till I had at least 2 supports, or at least waited for the DaUnknown Gamez to have his execution out. So now we're going to throw in the Hog again. They throw down the Inferno Tower and the Inferno Dragon. So again, we see double Infernos, right? Arnaud goes in with the Miner. He's able to do some chip damage, but the Goblin Gang takes it out. We'll log it. We'll do some chip damage as well. And there goes the Executioner. We'll drop down our Spirit Goblins to the side. So we're going to be able to get rid of that Inferno Dragon. They use a lightning spell. So remember, it only attacks 3 units. So attack the Executioner, the Tower, and one of my Spirit Goblins. So we're able to progress along the field. Now we got the Valkyrie and we got the rascals. So we're going to be able to take out this Inferno Dragon. Actually, our Lava Hound. Then we got the Goblin Gang. And they're doing Minion Horde and Bats, man. That's a pretty crazy combo. So at this point, they got the Mortar figured out. Unknown Gamez saves us big time right there with the Executioner. We do a double log. At this point, we realize there's only 4 seconds left. And this is coming down to the wire. And I knew that they had a lightning spell. But it didn't do enough damage to the tower. So we're going to go in for the win. And bang! How you like me now? We win before the fire spell comes in. Bang, bang, bang. Throw that big arm emoji up because we are rolling. All right, so folks, that's it. That's the end of the video. 2v2 challenge is always a lot of fun. I know it's not like really the most competitive mode, but it really is competitive though. There's strategy involved, and if you don't have the right teammate, you're gonna have a lot of headaches. You know, you really are. And if you're going into it quick match, you can team up with somebody who plays really well, but then you can also team up with somebody who randomly quits, right? That happened to me a lot in the beginning as I was just trying to get warmed up, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't fun. But again, folks, let me know what you want to see in the next Get Used to It video. Drop a comment down below. We'll feature that archetype next week. And if there's a deck that you guys want me to try out, I'm considering doing one video a week where I just focus on user-submitted decks. So I'll pick 3 decks and feature them in one video. We could call it like User Submission Monday or something. You know, like, just let me know what you guys want to do, all right? Because we're doing Clash Royale on here. CRL's coming up very soon, and we're going to be doing it even more, all right? So, again, appreciate the support. Peace out.